Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna add some artwork onto these press-on nails that I purchased from Amazon a while ago. I never uploaded the video, but I'm gonna have to redo them, you guys. So basically all that's in here is just some nail tips and some glue. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys what I have in mind. I kind of want to redo this set on my press-on nails. Not completely exactly the same, but I definitely want that happy face in it. And yeah, you guys, so let me go ahead and get settled in and start cleaning my cuticles. Alright, so again, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean around the cuticle area with my cuticle pusher and also push my cuticles back. And now my nails are a little bit dirty because on the previous video I was using some black gel. So if you see anything that's kind of black, it's just a gel. So make sure you push your cuticles back gently. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and clean all that nasty stuff out with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean around it. Now inside the bottle, I kind of diluted it because the alcohol is too strong and it does dry my cuticles like extremely bad. So I kind of just added some water into that, so it's not completely 100% alcohol anymore. Alright, now after that, I'm just going to add one layer of some top clear gel. And yeah, you guys, make sure you go in deep and get every corner. Alright, after that, I'm just going to go ahead and cure that for about 60 seconds. And now I'm going to start by finding the right nail tip that fit perfectly on my nail beds. And I did take a while because, like I said, I've used these before about 2 times. So it was kind of hard to find the right size. So let me go ahead and find the nail tips that fit perfectly on my nail beds, and then I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so on some nails, they were a little too big, so I'm gonna have to file around it. So as you can see on that nail, the nail was a little too big. So I'm just gonna grab my hand file and kind of just file around. Alright, so I don't want to over file because it's so easy to over file, so I have to just kind of file a little bit around it, and then I have to check if it fits my nail bed. And once again, I'm gonna have to refile because it's not completely perfect. Alright, so like I said, you have to be super careful because you can overfile easily. So just take your time. Alright, and once I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and file the rest of the nails that need to be filed, and then I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so after I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my buffer to kind of just add some like fragment onto my nail beds. Now I have to be super careful because I do have that top clear coat that's that's protecting my nail beds, because like I said at the end of the video, I do pop my nails off because I do have a baby and I don't want to scratch her, so I have to pop these babies off. Alright, so I'm just buffing like super gentle and careful around my nail beds because I don't want to remove that clear top coat that I already added onto my nail beds. Okay, so now I'm just gonna dust that off, and now I'm gonna read the instructions. So I already did number 1, number 2, and now I'm just gonna attach a slice from the root of the nail. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get this glue ready and kind of just add about 1 to 3 drops, kind of depending on the size of your nail bed. So on the thumb, I kind of added about like 2 drops. And now I'm just gonna grab my nail tip and kind of just stick it in through the cuticle pocket first, and then I'm so sorry about that, and kind of just press on it. It says to press on it for about a couple of seconds, but I think it's at 8 seconds. And once I'm done holding on to that so the glue can stick, then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of take a look around it to see how it looks. And again, just kind of press onto it. You're able to feel it if it's like really holding on or not. Alright, so now I'm just going to do the same thing to the rest of the nails. Add a couple, maybe about like 1 or 2 drops depending on what finger you're adding that nail tip to. And then kind of slide it in through the cuticle pocket and then kind of just press it. Make sure you're holding it so the nail tip can stick to that glue. And I'm going to be doing the exact same thing to the rest of the nails. Alright, so again, I'm just going to add about 1 or 3 drops. And then kind of just grab my nail and stick it through the cuticle pocket first and then press it down for about 8 seconds. Now you have to be super careful because it's you can like easily add too much glue and you don't want the glue to spread around your cuticle. So yeah, you guys, once I'm all done, I'm kind of just holding onto the nail to make sure everything is nice. And as you can see, I added a little too much glue there, but it didn't go around my cuticles. It just went under the nail. So like I said, you have to be super careful. Now I'm just going to go ahead and start on my nail artwork. Alright, so I'm going to be using my 2-in-1 Knot Polish nail art brush. And I'm also going to be using Young Nails Precision Mission Gel Control. So I'm going to start off by doing my thumb. And what I'm basically going to be doing is that ice cream effect look. So I'm going to start by adding a thin layer around my cuticle area and then kind of just bring it downwards and inwards. Now you have to be super careful that you don't grab too much gel onto that nail art brush. So just be super careful. Then I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side. Kind of just bring it downwards and inwards. And now I'm just adding a line in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and add a little more because I felt like the line was a little too thin around my cuticle area. And I usually like overdo the dramatic effect, or I always have a dramatic effect on this ice cream effect look. So this time I kind of just wanted to go thin on it. And now I'm just grabbing my dotting tool and adding a dot on the end of those lines. And the next thing I'm going to do is just grab my nail art brush and kind of just bring that line upwards, starting from that circle to kind of just make it look like a little bit more natural. Alright, so now it's time to make that droopy happy face. So I'm trying to make this circle as perfect as I can, but again, since this is a like kind of droopy smiley face, it doesn't have to be as perfect. So I'm kind of just wiggling my brush around. And yeah, you guys. Alright, now for the droopy effect on the happy face, like on the bottom, I could have easily just like drew some lines like I did on my thumb and then grab my dotting pen. But I didn't want to do that because I wanted to try it this way instead with I wanted to try it with my nail art brush. Alright, and once I'm done doing that, then I'm going to go ahead and kind of just fill that in. And you guys, I learned that once you fill something in, even when you do your nails, let the gel kind of set in and you'll be able to notice the difference. Then I'm going to go ahead and cure that for about 1 minute. And now I'm just going to outline the corners with my black gel. Alright, so I have to be super careful. It kind of takes a while to learn how to control that brush. Like I'm barely still like kind of getting the hang of it. So yeah, you guys, I have to be super careful with those little droopy curves. So after I'm done outlining it, I'm gonna go ahead and cure it for about 30 seconds. Alright, now for the eyes, it's gonna be super easy because I'm just gonna grab my dotting tool and bring the eye downwards. Alright, and now I'm just gonna grab my straight line and kind of just wiggle around that smiley face. And now after curing it for about 1 minute, I'm going to grab my yellow gel and kind of do the same thing I did to my thumb onto my index finger. But the only thing I'm going to do different is that I'm going to outline around this, droopy effect after curing it for about 60 seconds. Now, let me just tell you that the reason why I'm curing it so much is because this gel kind of does take a while depending on the thickness you lay on the nail. So make sure you cure this gel very good if you add a thick layer. So now I'm just kind of outlining it black. And again, I have to be super, super careful. Alright, so after I was done, I went ahead and cured this for about 30 seconds since the gel wasn't as thick. Alright, and for my pinky, I wanted to draw a tongue, not like a face or lips or anything, just literally a tongue. So I wasn't completely sure how I was going to do it. So I kind of just managed to go draw a line near the cuticle and then bring it downwards and make it a little bit curvy around the tip. And now I'm just shading it in with some yellow gel because originally I wanted to make a happy face with the tongue sticking out. And yeah, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and cure that for about 1 minute and then draw a line in the middle of it. And I didn't like those dots around the tongue, so I ended up just kind of shading that in with my pink gel and then curing that. And now I'm just going to add some lines around it to make it look, a little bit more real. And you guys, now finally I'm going to go ahead and add some clear top gel and cure it for about 2 minutes just to make sure everything is completely dry. Alright, you guys, so finally here's the final look. I hope you guys like my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.